Welcome to the house that Rockney built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. He wants to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally attacked.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Fuentes. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll test the right side. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Using his legs, it's Young. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Dropping back, it's Ramsey. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback will audible. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time on target. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drop. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with them.
Say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Fuentes. Throws to the tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this guy just stays on a roll. He's been getting to quarterbacks and making life really, really hard. He had 3 sacks a week ago, 1 already in this ball game. You better know where he is at on every single snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Getting some heat. He fires it out to the right. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Ramsey. Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 7, Notre Dame 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They want to throw it. Finds his man. It's Young. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job. Understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time. Or, for us, green light. Go for it.
Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Tackled after picking up the first down.
That's not surprising. You're going for that every single time. 4th and inches in your opponent's territory. You're trying to get closer and closer to field goal range so you can pay this drive off by scoring points. Nice play call.
Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. Saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Ramsey. Feeling some heat. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Defense in press coverage. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Fuentes. He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Past the 40. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Touch pass on the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Setting up the screen. Oh, he not only blows it up, he picks it off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
Trying to surge it in. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Finds him out of the backfield. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Using his feet. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Here come the Irish back on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll run the toss. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Ramsey. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Fuentes. Pocket starts to collapse. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Looking for room, it's Young.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Complete out of the backfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
He got it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's...
And he's running in the open. Powers through. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ohio State 24, Notre Dame 13.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gonna take a shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not?
Looking for the end zone. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
To the air, it's Ramsey. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Like every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football in such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Here comes the offense on first down. Back to throw, it's Ramsey. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to throw here on second down. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here.
Ohio State 38, Notre Dame 13.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Quarterback checking off. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On first down, here comes this offense. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes his connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He's going to pass. He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
45, Notre Dame, 13.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Back to pass, it's Ramsey. Shoots it to the left. Rolls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in Peel.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
The aerial assault continues. Oh, he wants it all. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his man in the middle. The Buckeyes will move the sticks.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He has the first and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. looking for a man. It's Fuentes. Fires to the wideout. Fakes the grab. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State 52, Notre Dame 13.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He gets the two-point conversion as they draw ever closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Fuentes. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Coming after him. Pressure coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all
unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it on the right.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Across the 25. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iron. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
The give. He's into the end zone for the 2, and they get a little bit closer. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the... What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day. So
he lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I've spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently, they live in the second world as this coach.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
First and goal, Ohio State.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. To the air, it's Fuentes. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs,